In the quiet solitude of your being, there lies a mantra, a gentle whisper that, if listened to, can transform your entire existence. It is not chanted aloud, nor written on ancient scrolls. It is found in the surrender to life's ebb and flow. Let life be. This simple yet profound phrase is not merely a collection of words, but the very essence of a lived wisdom that can liberate the mind. Let us start with the understanding that life is a tapestry of moments, each one woven with the threads of reality that we often try to hold too tightly. In these threads, there are hues of joy and shades of sorrow, textures of triumph, and patterns of pain. When we attempt to control every aspect of this tapestry, we find ourselves in a constant state of struggle against the very fabric of existence. But what happens when we loosen our grip? What happens when we let life be? The first lesson in this mantra is about acceptance. Acceptance is not passive resignation, nor is it a sign of weakness. It is the active recognition of the nature of things as they are. It is meeting life on its own terms, without trying to force it into the molds we create. In the serenity of acceptance, you find the space to breathe, to feel, to be present. Can you recall a moment when acceptance has brought peace into your life? Consider the leaves on a tree which do not resist the turning of seasons. They showcase the beauty of change, the elegance of letting go, and the wisdom of embracing transformation. Similarly, when we accept the impermanence of all things, we align ourselves with the rhythm of life. We begin to see the ebbs as natural, the flows as necessary, and we start to move through life with a grace that is as natural as the leaves dancing in the wind. The second dimension of letting life be is trust. Trust is the sturdy bridge between the known and the unknown, the seen and the unseen. It is the belief that there is a larger tapestry at work, one that we are part of but do not fully comprehend. Trust liberates us from the shackles of fear and opens the doors to a life lived with courage. Reflect on the times when trust has guided you through the unknown, what was revealed on the other side. Life often speaks to us in whispers, subtle signs that guide us towards our growth, our purpose, our true north. In the quiet trust of life's wisdom, we learn to listen, not with the intent to respond, but with the sincerity to understand. It is in this listening that we discover the melodies of our own souls, the harmonies of our destiny, and the rhythms of a universe that is always in communication with us. The third facet of this mantra is about releasing. To release is to set free the burdens we carry, the expectations we cling to, the narratives that no longer serve us. It is a powerful act of liberation that begins within. When we release, we do not lose. We gain the freedom to experience life in its purest form. Have you experienced the weightlessness that comes with releasing something that no longer serves you? Releasing allows us to shed the layers that obscure our true selves. It is like the sky releasing the clouds to reveal the vastness of its blue. In the clear sky of our being, there is room for the sun to shine, for the stars to twinkle, and for the moon to glow with gentle luminosity. When we release, we make space for new possibilities, new dreams, and new beginnings. The fourth and final aspect of this mantra is about presence. Presence is the art of being fully in the moment, where life is happening. It is where the past and future lose their grip, and the present holds the stage. In presence, we live deeply, we love fully, and we exist vividly. When was the last time you felt truly present, and how did it feel to be so immersed in the moment? Presence is where life's magic unfolds, where the subtle beauties and the grand wonders alike are appreciated. It is in the present that we engage with life, not as spectators, but as participants in the grand dance of existence. Every breath is an invitation to be present, every heartbeat a reminder that life is now. As we explore these four dimensions, acceptance, trust, releasing, and presence, we begin to understand the power of the mantra, "Let life be." It is a journey into the heart of existence, a call to align with the very pulse of life itself. It is a path that leads us not to a destination, but to a way of being that is fluid, free, and full of grace. In this first part, we have touched upon the essence of acceptance, the trust that leads us through the unseen, the liberation in releasing, and the vividness of presence. Each of these elements invites us to experience life not as a challenge to be conquered, but as a mystery to be lived. As you reflect on the insights shared, ponder on the moments of your life where you've tried to control the uncontrollable and compare them to the times you've allowed life to unfold naturally. Notice the difference in your inner state, the ease or tension you felt, and the outcomes that emerged from each approach. Now, let us prepare to delve deeper into the practice of living this mantra, navigating the currents of existence. The practice of acceptance. In the journey of life, the mantra, "Let life be," teaches us a crucial lesson. Acceptance. This is not passive resignation, but an active practice that shapes our interactions with the world. Cultivating acceptance begins with observation, witnessing life's turbulence and tranquility without judgment. By observing, we develop discernment, recognizing the aspects of life we can influence and those we must let unfold. This wisdom helps us conserve energy for meaningful endeavors, offering peace amidst life's inevitable storms. Acceptance invites gratitude, turning our attention to life's abundant gifts. Gratitude transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary, acknowledging the value in every experience, including the challenges that foster growth. Can we extend this gratitude to all facets of life, embracing the lessons in adversity? Surrender is another facet of acceptance, a concept often misunderstood as defeat. True surrender is yielding to life's flow, moving with the currents rather than resisting. It's an art, knowing when to let go and trust in life's wisdom. Surrendering involves embracing the unknown and understanding our role as co-creators with life, not its sovereigns. At the heart of acceptance is self-acceptance, an intimate acknowledgement of our entirety, flaws, strengths, and all. It's about residing comfortably within our skin, treating ourselves with kindness and compassion. Self-acceptance allows for authenticity, the bravery to be seen and heard for who we truly are. This exploration of acceptance as a multifaceted practice, encompassing observation, discernment, gratitude, surrender, and self-acceptance, guides us towards a harmonious alliance with life. Each element is a building block for a life lived authentically, not as adversaries or conquerors of our experiences, but as allies and companions. As we conclude this segment, reflect on how acceptance can manifest in your life. Contemplate the peace it can bring, the perspective shifts enabled by gratitude, the relief found in surrender, and the freedom born from genuine self-expression. Acceptance is a transformative practice that, when woven into the fabric of our daily existence, can significantly alter our engagement with the world, allowing us to embody the essence of "let life be," the alchemy of trust, embracing the unseen tapestry. In the heart of our journey with the mantra, "Let life be," we encounter the alchemy of trust. Trust is not just belief without proof, but also a profound knowing that there is an underlying order amidst the apparent chaos of life. It is an inner compass that guides us through the unseen tapestry of our existence. To build trust, we begin with the cultivation of faith. Faith is not bound to a particular deity or doctrine. It is a universal trust in the process of life. It is the conviction that, despite the trials and tribulations, there is purpose and meaning in our journey.
It is the steadfastness that comes from knowing that after the darkest night, the dawn will come. How does faith manifest in your life, and how does it support you during times of uncertainty? Faith is the fertile soil from which the seed of trust grows. When we nurture this seed with experiences and reflections, it blossoms into the flower of confidence. Confidence not only in life but also in ourselves. It is the assurance that we have the strength to face whatever comes our way. Have you recognized the moments when confidence has emerged from your trust in life?
Trust also requires the practice of patience. Patience is the recognition that everything has its own timing, that the universe has its own rhythm. It is understanding that not all questions have immediate answers, and not all problems have instant solutions. Patience is the art of giving time. Time. Can you recall a time when patience brought clarity or resolution to a situation in your life? With patience comes the ability to let go of our need for instant gratification and immediate understanding. It allows us to endure the wait for the fruit to ripen, for the flower to bloom, and for the path to reveal itself. Patience is an expression of trust in the natural cycle of growth and becoming. Another element of trust is the willingness to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is the courage to open our hearts, to risk being hurt, to truly connect with life and others. It is in our vulnerability that we find genuine connection and deep healing. Vulnerability is the gateway to empathy and compassion. When did you last allow yourself to be vulnerable, and what did you learn from that experience? Trust also involves the acceptance of our own intuition. Intuition is the quiet voice within that often knows the truth before our conscious mind is willing to acknowledge it. It is the whisper of our inner wisdom that guides us towards our highest good. Trusting our intuition is an act of honoring our inner knowing. How can you create space to listen to your intuition more closely? In the realm of trust, there is also the essential practice of forgiveness. Forgiveness is the release of resentment, the letting go of past hurts, and the opening up to new possibilities. Forgiveness does not condone wrongdoing. Instead, it frees us from the chains of anger and bitterness. It is an act of trust in our ability to heal and move forward. What would forgiveness look like in your life today? Let us not forget that trust extends to our interactions with others. When we trust, we offer a gift to those around us. We create a space where honesty can thrive, where relationships can grow, and where love can flourish. Trusting others is a testament to the belief in the goodness that resides in each of us. How does trust shape your relationships, and how can you cultivate it further? In this segment, we have explored the alchemy of trust. Trust as faith, as confidence, as patience, as vulnerability, as intuition, and as forgiveness. It is within the crucible of trust that our fears are transformed into courage, our doubts into certainty, and our hesitations into decisive actions. As we conclude this part, take a moment to reflect on the role of trust in your life. Consider the areas where trust can be strengthened, where patience can be practiced, where vulnerability can open new doors, and where forgiveness can offer a fresh start. The Liberation Codex, unveiling the art of release. In the crescendo of our exploration of Let Life Be, we arrive at the final and perhaps the most transcendent practice, the art of release. Release is the grand finale in the symphony of acceptance, trust, and surrender. It is the ultimate act of allowing life to flow freely. Release is the practice of loosening the grip of our attachments, the beliefs, expectations, and narratives that we cling to, which often hinder our journey. It is the conscious decision to let go of what no longer serves us, making room for new growth and experiences. How might letting go reshape the landscape of your life? The art of release begins with the understanding that clinging to the past or the anticipated future can be a source of suffering. Our attachments can create a false sense of security and control, but they can also trap us in cycles of discomfort and disappointment. What are the things you are holding onto that might be preventing you from moving forward? To embrace release, we must first confront our fears: the fear of loss, the fear of change, the fear of the unknown. These fears are often the chains that bind us to our attachments. By facing them, acknowledging them, and understanding their origins, we can start to dissolve their power over us. What fears are you ready to confront to achieve a state of release? The act of release is also an exercise in humility. It is the recognition that despite our best efforts, there are forces beyond our control. Humility teaches us to bow to the mysteries of life, to acknowledge that our vision is limited and that sometimes what life has in store for us is far greater than anything we could have imagined. Can you think of a time when releasing control led to an unexpected and positive outcome? In the Liberation Codex, we also learn that release is an ongoing process. It is not a one-time event, but a daily practice of choosing what to hold on to and what to let go of. It is a continuous dance of discernment and decision-making. What daily practices can you incorporate to remind yourself of the power of release? Release is intertwined with the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness allows us to live in the present moment, to appreciate the here and now without being weighed down by the past or anxious about the future. It is in the present that we have the power to release. How can mindfulness support your practice of release? Another aspect of the art of release is the cultivation of inner peace. Inner peace comes from the understanding that our essence remains untouched by the turbulence of life. When we release, we align with this essence and enter a state of calm and serenity. Inner peace is the reward of a heart unburdened by unnecessary attachments. What steps can you take to cultivate inner peace within yourself? Finally, the Liberation Codex teaches us that in release, there is a profound freedom. This freedom is the essence of let life be. It is the freedom to be fully alive, to experience life in its entirety, with its ups and downs, joys and sorrows, beginnings and endings. What does freedom mean to you, and how can the art of release bring you closer to it? As we conclude the final part of our mantra's journey, look back at the lessons we've learned about acceptance, trust, and release. Reflect on how these practices can be woven into the fabric of your daily life, creating a tapestry rich with wisdom, growth, and freedom. Now, as we step forward from this exploration, carry with you the insights and understandings you've gained. Let them be a guiding light as you continue to navigate the currents of existence, trusting in the process, accepting what comes, and releasing what must go. Let life be, and in doing so, may you find the peace and joy that come from living in harmony with the ebb and flow of life itself. Are you ready to embrace the journey ahead, equipped with the practices of the Liberation Codex?